What's up, guys? Super Robot Punch back with another Robot Spirits. This time it's the RGC-80 GM Cannon. And like the box says, RGC-80 GM Cannon. Here's the box itself. A little different. No window to see the figure. I have a few that are like this. A lot of them tend to be the MSV sort of variation mobile suits and stuff like that. This guy isn't. He showed up in Zeta Gundam. That little clip at the beginning is probably the longest he'll ever see him on screen in his first iteration. But yeah, no, super cool little mobile suit. Lots of different accessories in this one. I'm really excited to dig into this one. And hopefully you'll stick around till the end. You'll see him posed up with all his buddies. All right, let's get this guy unboxed. As per usual, pretty simple packaging. Nice, pretty colorful box. Always like to have that displayed out. Eventually, I gotta make a short or something of all the boxes. The artwork's always excellent. Here's the figure himself. Whoa, was not expecting that. He comes with a differently colored mobile, well, I guess an Earth Federation shield. You can't really call it a Gundam shield when so many different mobile suits use it, huh? Let's get this Joker popped out. Get rid of that. And here we are. Look at him. He looks great. Super rich reds, that minty GM green. His hands are green. I know it showed it on the box, but I don't know. I figured his hands would have been gray just like the rest of his joints. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at this guy. Yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong with Robot Spirits. Let's get into this articulation. So, head spins normally. Slightly bigger head because of his two communication antennae in the back. The usual arm rotation. Typical Robot Spirits excellence here. This guy can do just about anything. That's the elbow bend. The other elbow bend, just to make sure. You never know. Sometimes these joints like to stick. That's the forearm. There's the wrist. The wrists are on ball joints. He's got a slot back here. And I'm not quite sure. Oh, it's for ammo. Ha! And he's got a little port back here, if I can get it. Ta-da! That you can stick his bazooka on the back of his back skirt there. Super cool. Doesn't have a traditional Gundam codpiece. The usual articulation, if you get the cockpit inside the skirt, you can actually crunch him significantly more at the waist. And he looks all the way up. And let's see, can we rotate him? I think he can go a full 360. I'm not going to do it. The skirt likes to ride up, and that sort of clicks into place. Speaking of the skirt, the flaps are individually articulated. They got a little detail on them. And let's get the knee. Now, he's got, like, gun cannon shins. This doesn't move, but he's got gun cannon shins, which makes his legs super chunky. But it does cut a very distinct silhouette for this GM. GMs tend to be very, like, slick and streamlined and, you know, just mass-produced excellence. This guy's a little chunkier. I mean, it makes sense. He needs a very wide base. Look at those big old feet to operate his cannon. Oh, man. This guy's super cool. I wish he would have got more screen time, honestly. I think it's a pretty dope idea. Just imagine if they went back and redid some of the old episodes like Doan's Island, and instead of the gun cannon, they did the old GM cannon, just like they kind of gave Slegger Law his own GM custom there. Well, his own custom GM, I should say. All right, let's get him in the Shawn Michaels pose and dig into the gimmicks. I get it. Gimmicks. It's a wrestling term. Shawn Michaels, he's a wrestler. All right. He's one of the greats. All right. So, normal set of hands. He comes with 8 extra, 10 if you include the ones that come on the figure itself. He comes with a different colored, standard colored GM head. That's really cool. They didn't have to do this. I think in Zeta, you actually see them with multiple different colored heads. So that's just another one of those little Robot Spirits sort of little attention to details. Here's the cannon itself. How am I supposed to attach this? Oh, Okay, so it's the little fork at the bottom. No camera. I don't think it's supposed to. Here's the bazooka. There's no camera on this one either. Let's make sure the little parts that are supposed to move actually do. Looks good. Okie dokie. And all right. Not too shabby. Got to be more careful. Again, no camera on there, but the barrel is fully detailed, and so is the entire bazooka. Now, like I said, this guy comes with a butt ton of guns. Here goes a submachine gun. You usually see this on like GM ground types, the Gundam ground type, the RGC-80. Really like down-to-earth 08th MS team sort of style submachine gun here. Super cool. I wish they would make the actual magazine a different color, but I can't complain. And he's got a beam rifle. Super neat. A Zeta style beam rifle, I'm going to go on a limb and say it does have a camera. I like how the green isn't the same green that's everywhere else on the suit. That looks good to me. The foregrip moves around. I like that a lot. And the only reason to get a GM is for the beam spray gun. Iconic. I think this is just as iconic as the Gundam's actual rifle itself. It's so short. It's so stubby. But you go back and you watch the original Gundam show, those homies were getting their blast on with this beam spray gun. And here's the shield. Love the fact that it has the matching sort of mint green around the trim and on the eye hole. That's a really nice detail. All right, well, those are the gimmicks. All right, let's put the actual cannon on him now. Gotta read the instructions on the back there. Okie dokie. Let's straighten him up. Now, this was supposed to be a mass-produced suit. Judging by the fact that this is the first time I'm ever interacting with him, short of that tiny little clip. I don't think it went very far. You'd have to go to way better Gundam YouTubers than me. I just like the show and the toys to find out all the details about why this gym cannon was never mass produced. Or if it was, it's probably in a freaking comic book or a light novel or something like that. Okay, cool. So I will go out on a limb and say I really like the asymmetrical design of his chest, because that whole right side of his body is purely designed to support that cannon. I like that a lot. It's a much larger vent instead of the usual yellowish gold vent that the GMs like to rock in the center cock piece. All right, and now it's not a negative per se. It's not. It's more of a me thing. Getting the hands on these guys is a freaking nightmare. It's just me. I'm lazy. I don't do the hot water trick, especially when I'm doing these reviews. I like to do the reviews all kind of at once, so my stream of consciousness comes through all the way and I don't forget anything. Should probably start writing stuff down, huh? Note to self, write scripts. But yeah, no, the hands, always a pain in the ass. Just because I'm lazy, like I said, and I don't do the hot water trick or the blow dryer trick or whatever. But no, yeah. Look at this thing. It's cool as shit. I like how they gave him, like a set of hands that he can actually put around the cannon to make it look like he's aiming it a little bit more. And oh yeah, he is super cool. And again, that one little gimmick just really makes what would be a bog standard GM just cut an incredible silhouette. Like, you could take that, make it black and white, and that would look fire. All right, let's get the rest of his loadout on here. Let's get this flap out. Now, silly question, right? If the cannon is on his right side, gyms, hell, mobile suits as a whole typically use the right side to hold their weapons. So where would the bazooka sit on his shoulder? Now, there's space on the pauldron itself. I just think that would look ridiculous. So I'm not going to do that. I mean, he could hold it in his other hand too. But then where would the shield go? You know, I don't think the shield really slots on the back because of the cannon. So is the shield supposed to go with him? Is the shield ever supposed to be put away? We don't see enough of the suit. Hell, I don't I'm playing through Federation versus Xeon now on the PS2, and I don't even think these guys are in the game technically, right? Because they're from Zeta. I don't know. I got to get Gundam versus Zeta Gundam, and I guess I'll find out there. Sorry, rant. But yeah, no. Here's the submachine gun. Let's get this shield again. There's no real place to stick it unless I'm missing it. But yeah, no. Let's get the submachine gun in hand. I think I gotta switch hands again. Yeah, nope. Too small of a hole. Yeah, let's get these hands switched out. Oh, boy. So I decided to cut out all the hard work that I did to get this hand on there. You'll see him again at the end. Here's the spray gun. That one-handed freaking... Is it like a machine pistol? I don't really know. One thing that's more of like I guess an in-universe technical error, he can't look over the cannon. Like, I can't elevate it high enough because of the way it's designed. So he can't look right. That's kind of funny. All right, let's get this beam spray gun out. Let's get the Zeta-style rifle in his hands. Very cool. Oh, yeah. I like how the little foregrip here swivels left and right. So you can kind of get him shooting from all kinds of different angles. But I prefer the hip fire style like this right here. How cool is that, huh? Super dope, super dope. Okay, now here's one more thing I wanted to try. Because since he comes with this other mint green head, I think we should see which head we prefer on this mobile suit. Kind of partial to red. Red's my favorite color. But this mint green is freaking crispy. And the color matching is perfect on the rest of the suit. I'll get him in here with the other GMs just to see how well he kind of stacks up in terms of colors. If you feel like leaving a comment, vote red head or mint head. Now let's get that 360 spin going. Okay, so let's talk about pros. The colors, perfect. He comes with a butt ton of accessories. Multiple heads. His own specifically colored shield. Did I mention all the accessories? Usual Robot Spirits articulation. No stupid little flimsy parts like the antennas or anything like that. So he's like a 9 out of 10 for me in terms of pros. Cons, he can't look right. That's literally all I can think of. He comes with everything. He actually comes with more than what I ever thought he was going to come with, just based on how little screen time he does have. He's freaking cool. He's just cool as shit. I think I'm far enough in the video where I can curse. But, yeah, no. Solid 9 out of 10 Robot Spirits, worth every freaking penny. He was a little more expensive because he's a rare figure, but he's definitely going up. Look at this guy. Super pleased with him. Super happy with him. Yeah, stick around. I'm going to get him in the light box with the rest of the GMs, and we're going to do a size comparison near the end. Random side note, I really got to get a bigger spinning display here. Yeah, I got some stuff in mind. I want to do big like set pieces with all the different mobile suits from the same series and stuff like that. Much bigger display. Look at this guy. Super dope. Red head this time around. Oh, I think I'm going to leave him with the red head. I don't know. Again, if you feel like leaving a comment, red or mint. And here he is with the rest of the gems. I have a third standard GM, standard RGM 79. Didn't feel like busting him out. These guys are a little bit of work to try and maintain and keep them pretty in the box and stuff like that. But like I said, we're going to do a quick color comparison. It's perfect. He matches them identically. Wasn't really a concern. The only thing that kind of sticks out, but I guess this makes him a little more special, is that mint color on his shield. His shield also looks a little bit rounder than the other ones. That might just be me. But no, he looks great posed along his other Jimmy brethren. Yeah, no. super cool. Super pleased with him. Like I said before, worth every penny. And he just looks excellent standing next to these guys. Well, technically they're all kneeling in a tactical pose. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. If you made it to the end, congrats. I guess you heard me ramble for almost 20 minutes about really cool toys. And that's kind of what I'm all about on this channel. Toys, art, the usual. Now, last thing, size comparison. Let's get the sad boy Jim next to him. And we're going to go with the ensemble Jim Cannon. Colors are a little different. I think he might be a Jim Cannon too. I'm not sure. And then the G-frame Jim. Almost the same, just a little skinnier. And like we had initially before, the Jim. Super happy with him. Definitely a 9 out of 10. Maybe 10 out of 10. If you liked what you saw, like and subscribe. Stick around for more. Super Robot Punch out.